Hello everyone, welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Now channel. As always, this time I have appeared with the mysterious soap opera, so don't delay, like and subscribe now and stay tuned.
Katie's breaking news, Taylor's sad realization, Hayes in peril. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of June 16th to 20th state that Katie Logan will receive shocking news, while Taylor Hayes will face a heartbreaking Ridge Forrester epiphany. Hayes Finnegan will also be in danger, so here's what B&B fans could expect. First, Steffi Forrester will drive Hayes to the beach house, where Luna Nozawa will spy in the distance. When Luna notices Hayes is alone later, she'll take advantage of the opportunity to approach him and surprise him with a gift. Luna will eventually draw Hayes closer, likely laying the groundwork for the next part of her kidnapping operation. Meanwhile, Nick Marone's return to Los Angeles will surprise Brooke Logan, especially when he plants a kiss and attempts to sweep her off her feet. Katie will receive updates from Brooke later, so she can reflect on Nick's kiss and decide who is the greatest fit for her sister. Will Katie still believe Brooke belongs with Ridge, or will she push Brooke back toward Nick? Ridge will grumble when he learns of Nick's reappearance and the fact that he is back in Brooke's orbit. Taylor will eventually have a meaningful chat with Ridge, which should take a tough turn. According to B&B spoilers, Taylor will come to terms with Ridge's lingering love for Brooke and how she remains a source of contention between them. Of course, Taylor may believe that's a problem they can solve, but that dream will fade swiftly in the coming episodes. Brooke and Taylor will eventually quarrel, thus Ridge and Nick will be tense topics of conversation. Ridge will face up against Nick and demonstrate his protective side when it comes to Brooke. Ridge will not want his half-brother around, but Nick will not care and will make it plain that Ridge no longer has a say in Brooke's romantic destiny. Back with Steffi, she'll contact Daphne Rose and try to get her back in LA, but Hope Logan will oppose because she doesn't want any Carter Walton competition. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, the week of June 16th to 20th will be full of surprises, so stay tuned for more. Bold and the Beautiful bombshells, Katie's stunning news, Taylor's heartache, and Hayes in grave danger. As the week of June 16th to 20th unfolds on the Bold and the Beautiful, long-standing emotions resurface, new threats emerge, and the lines between past and present grow more tangled than ever. From Katie Logan's shocking revelation to Taylor Hayes' emotional unraveling, and a dangerously escalating plot involving young Hayes Finnegan, this week's episodes promise a gripping ride of passion, betrayal, heartbreak, and suspense. Let's break down the emotional tidal wave ahead for our favorite characters. Katie's stunning news, the return of Nick Marone shakes the Logan sisters. For Katie Logan, this week will be anything but ordinary. Her world will be turned upside down when her sister Brooke Logan shares a bombshell update: Nick Marone is back in Los Angeles. Not just back, but very much interested in rekindling a romantic connection with Brooke. The news hits Katie hard, as memories of Brooke and Nick's tumultuous history come rushing back. Nick's sudden reappearance, capped off by a bold kiss, reignites old sparks and old fears alike. Katie has always been protective of her sister, and now she's caught between encouraging Brooke to explore new possibilities and questioning whether Nick is really what's best for her. She's seen Brooke heartbroken far too many times to let her rush into a familiar flame without warning. At the same time, Katie's own romantic life remains complex. With Bill Spencer always lurking in the background and her deep emotional scars from the past, Katie's perspective on love is rooted in experience and caution. Her concern for Brooke could come from a deeper place, one that knows the cost of misplaced trust and second chances gone wrong. As the week unfolds, Katie will become more involved in Brooke's love life than she expected, and the ripple effects of Nick's return will pull the Logan sisters deeper into a web of emotional conflict. Taylor's heartbreaking realization, Ridge's feelings haven't changed. Elsewhere in Los Angeles, Dr. Taylor Hayes is facing a personal reckoning of her own. After everything she's been through with Ridge Forrester, decades of passionate love, painful betrayals, and endless second chances, Taylor had hoped their latest reunion could be the one that finally lasted. But this week, reality hits Taylor hard. In a heartfelt conversation with Ridge, she will come face to face with a truth that's been lurking in the shadows: Ridge still has unresolved feelings for Brooke. Despite everything, Brooke remains a wedge between them, a symbol of unfinished business and emotional gravity that Taylor can't seem to compete with. This realization doesn't come all at once. It begins subtly, through Ridge's defensiveness when Nick returns, through his lingering glances when Brooke walks by, and ultimately through his inability to fully commit to a future with Taylor. The dream she had of building something lasting with Ridge begins to crumble as the truth sets in. Taylor, ever the strong and resilient woman, tries to remain composed. But internally, she's devastated. It's not just the loss of Ridge that hurts, it's the recurring feeling that no matter how much she gives, she'll never be enough to eclipse Brooke in Ridge's heart. Expect emotional scenes where Taylor confronts not just Ridge, but herself, questioning her choices, her sacrifices, and her future. Will she step away with dignity, or is there still a part of her that believes love can conquer all? Hayes in danger, Luna's twisted agenda unfolds. While love triangles and romantic drama swirl among the adults, a far more sinister plot brews at the beach house. Steffi Forrester takes Hayes to spend some time by the ocean, hoping for a peaceful escape. But peace is the last thing they'll find. Unbeknownst to Steffi, Luna Nozawa is watching from a distance, carefully plotting her next move. Luna, whose motives have become increasingly questionable, sees an opportunity when she notices Hayes momentarily left alone. With quiet determination, she approaches him, offering a gift meant to disarm and delight. But it's not just a kind gesture, it's the beginning of something much darker. As Luna pulls Hayes closer, the tone shifts. Her demeanor is both nurturing and unnerving. It becomes clear that she's setting the stage for a more elaborate scheme, potentially a kidnapping, or at the very least, a manipulative power play aimed at hurting Steffi and Finn. Why Luna is targeting Hayes remains a mystery. Is it revenge? Is she acting alone or under someone else's influence? Regardless, her actions place Hayes in direct danger, and the consequences could be dire. Steffi, known for her protective instincts, will no doubt sense something is wrong. But will she realize the threat in time? Brooke in the middle, two men, one complicated future. Back in the city, Brooke finds herself in a familiar but no less complicated position, at the center of two men's affections. On one side is Ridge, her longtime love and the father of her children. On the other is Nick Marone, the charming rogue who has always stirred something unpredictable in her. Nick's return and his unexpected kiss make Brooke feel something she hasn't in a while, wanted. Genuinely desired. It throws her into an emotional tailspin, especially with Ridge continuing to hover near, never quite ready to let her go. Ridge, predictably, doesn't take kindly to Nick's reappearance. His protective instincts flare up, leading to a tense showdown between the half-brothers. Ridge may have broken up with Brooke, but that doesn't mean he's ready to see her in someone else's arms. Brooke, caught in the emotional crossfire, is forced to confront her own feelings. Does she still love Ridge, or has she finally found a way to move on? And if so, is Nick the right person to move on with? The week promises emotional confrontations, romantic tension, and the kind of fiery dialogue fans have come to love. Brooke and Taylor's clash, the war reignites. Inevitably, Brooke and Taylor's fragile peace shatters. As the truth about Ridge's feelings emerges and Nick becomes more entwined in Brooke's life, the two women will once again find themselves at odds. This isn't just a battle for Ridge's heart, it's a clash of ideologies, values, and past wounds. Both women have shared a long and painful history with Ridge. They've tried friendship, they've tried forgiveness. But old rivalries die hard. Expect explosive scenes as Brooke and Taylor confront each other about Ridge, Nick, and the cycle they can't seem to escape. Will they finally draw a line in the sand, or are they destined to keep circling each other in this emotional dance forever? Ridge vs. Nick, a family feud reignited. For Ridge Forrester, Nick Marone's return is more than just a romantic complication, it's a challenge to his legacy and dominance. Ridge has always seen himself as Brooke's true love, the one constant in a sea of uncertainty. But Nick threatens that narrative. Their confrontations this week will be filled with testosterone-fueled tension and deeply buried resentment. Ridge will accuse Nick of exploiting Brooke's vulnerability. Nick, in turn, will mock Ridge for never being able to hold on to her. These moments will be about more than love, they'll be about pride, family, and control. Hope and Daphne, a new rivalry brewing. In a subplot brimming with potential, Steffi reaches out to Daphne Rose, attempting to bring her back to Los Angeles. While the exact motives aren't fully clear, one thing becomes evident: Hope Logan sees Daphne as a threat, especially when it comes to Carter Walton. Hope, who has long been entangled in her own romantic complexities, doesn't want more competition. The tension between Hope and Daphne could be the beginning of a new rivalry, one that adds even more layers to the show's already rich tapestry of romantic entanglements. Will Carter become the latest prize in a love triangle? And how will Steffi use Daphne to gain an upper hand?